Welcome back to Wave and Dalker. Got another series preview coming at you live. Orioles take on the Brewers at Camden Yards starting tomorrow, Friday, April 11th, all the way to Sunday. Tomorrow, April 12th, all the way to Sunday, April 14th. Don't see my notes. Taking on the Brewers back at home after this Fenway series and the series in Pittsburgh. I'm filming this before Game 3 of the Pittsburgh series, so we saw them win yesterday 7-5 and the win prior to that 7-1. So I'm hoping, Tyler, who's on the bump today? Grayson's on the bump tonight, so let's hope he has a great start. And we can take a series sweep and pen Boston. That'd be great. But I'm obviously filming this before that, so I don't really have any notes on Game 3, just, on the prior games. But whatever, blah, 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 blah. Let's get into some series notes. It'll be Freddie Peralta, DL Hall, and Colin Rea versus Tyler Wells, Dean Kramer, Corbin Burns. Let's go through the Brewers pitchers first, and then I'll move into the Orioles starters. Freddie Peralta, third start of the year for the Brewers. He's doing pretty solid. 1-0 record, 3.09 ERA over 11 2/3 innings, striking out 7+ batters in both outings. These Brewers pitchers, they have good stuff. They're big strikeout guys. And he's looking to spearhead this Brewers rotation with Brandon Woodruff on the IL, which he's been on the last 6 seasons, and obviously the loss of Corbin Burns. So Freddie Peralta's looking to be their #1 guy in this rotation. A rotation that's been pretty good for a while. The Brewers have always had really good pitching. Their bullpen's usually been the thing that's really great. Obviously, they lost Josh Hader, and they still have Devin Williams, I think. I don't know if I haven't really seen much of him this season. I haven't really seen any pitching ninja videos from him, which is what I see the most of. But this Brewers pitching, they're always looking to have good pitching. They have good pitching lab, good catching lab. They're just a pretty solid organization overall. Game 2 starter, Dayton Lane Hall, back in Baltimore. I'm looking forward to that standing ovation. I love DL Hall. He was fantastic in that Game 3 playoff clincher against Tampa Bay, where he went in for the 10th inning, I think. He was awesome. I love DL Hall. I'm happy that he's getting this opportunity to start in a different organization. Obviously, there's no bad blood between these guys. I think he's openly expressed that he's just happy, to have been a part of this organization and excited to see where they go, or we go, and, where he's able to go in Milwaukee. So I'm super happy for Dayton. DL, I'm not going to call him Dayton. Only pitched 9 1/3 innings so far this season over 2 starts, allowing 5 earned runs while striking out 6. He's a little rough so far, a little sloppy so far, but I mean, he's moving from relief and starting pitching, which he was a starter in the minors prior to getting called up to Baltimore. But, due to necessity, he's a starter now, and I'm really happy for him. He's getting this opportunity to, go over more long outings. So I'm looking forward to it. I'm sure he's not shying away from the competition. But, it's early in the season. He's figuring things out, and I'm sure he'll get there. He's a fantastic guy, fantastic pitcher, and I'm just happy for him. I'm excited for that setting out. I'm excited to see Grayson and him reunite, him and Adley. Looking forward to that. And finally, Colin Rea, 2-0 with a 1.64 ERA over 11 innings of work, which is pretty impressive early in the season. Big fly ball pitcher. Baseball Reference has the number of fly balls and groundouts on game logs. So you might see more of that. Even though I only did it for Colin this episode. Whatever. But yeah, big fly ball pitcher. Gets you out by inducing soft contact rather than at the plate. It's not really striking out a lot of guys this season so far. But, obviously it's early. But he's been as average as he can be throughout his career, and throughout his career, I can't talk. And he's starting off hot, 2-0, 1.64. That's really impressive. Those are similar to Corbin Burns' numbers so far this season. So I mean, yeah, these Brewer starters, they're tricky pieces of work. Like I said, Brewers pitching lab. Got to investigate it. There's something going on there. Who knows? On to the Orioles starters. Like I said, Tyler Wells, Dean Kramer, Corbin Burns. Wells, a little unlucky in his start against Pittsburgh on Saturday. I was at that game, and it just kind of stunk. He had a lot of early base runners. He had that Joey Bart home run, which kind of took the wind out of us. But besides that, he settled in, was able to go 5 1/3 innings. That's kind of been the pattern so far for his first 2 starts, first 2 starts. He had that start against Anaheim, where he gave the early home run and was just kind of unhelped by, that's not a word, but he wasn't really helped out by the Orioles offense, and that kind of happened in this game as well. We were down 3-0 for a while, getting no hit by that Falter dude, and then eventually, we tied it up, lost in extras, but as long as Tyler Wells can clean it up early, I think he can. He's looked pretty solid outside of that. 3rd inning on, he's been pretty fantastic. He's always been someone that likes to limit base runners, so as long as he can, do that throughout the entirety of his start, as opposed to just letting all of the base runners on in the first inning and then not allowing any for the rest of the game, that should be a pretty good recipe to success, but obviously easier said than done. But I like Tyler Wells, and he's doing his best, filling the holes of Kyle Bradish and John Means while they are doing rehab assignments. Dean Kramer went God mode on Sunday. Obviously, the Orioles lost to another walk-off by the stupid Pittsburgh Pirates. But, I mean, he went 7 innings, which is the longest at that point an Orioles starter has gone this season, striking out 6, only allowing no earned runs, and only allowing 5 hits. He's just doing his thing. I love Dean Kramer. Like I said, he's able to go deep into games fairly consistently. And when he's locked in, he's locked in. Like I'd honestly put him, I don't know. I was going to say probably put him 3rd in the rotation, but no. He's a 4th rotation guy, which is crazy because he's so good. But you can argue that he's a 4th or 5th guy in our rotation, which is just goes to show how far our rotation has come after, that being the biggest gripe any Orioles fan has had about the Orioles in the past, 15 years. So it's really cool to have this deep rotation. And Crumb Dog's he's that guy. I love him. He's simply him, and we are all witnesses. It's actually in my notes because of how true it is. I love Dean Kramer. And finally, Corbin Burns, stellar Tuesday start against Boston, equaling Kramer, going 7 innings, allowing only 1 earned run, and striking out 6 batters. It's really cool to have an ace. Like I said, it's just surreal to have such good pitching talent as an Orioles fan after, dealing with a lackluster rotation for most of my Orioles fandom. But, Corbin Burns, it's just crazy seeing him out in the bump. He's just looking fantastic. Down to like a 1.93 ERA, which is awesome. He's doing his thing. I think he's also 2-0, I'm fairly certain. But, man, it's just awesome having a guy like Corbin Burns on the bump every 5 nights. But, yeah, those are the pitching probables. Orioles offenses look pretty solid over the last 2 games. Obviously, we won game 1 thanks to Kowser's like 4 RBIs, which was awesome. And just Jordan Westburg, crazy-ass home run yesterday, taking the lead against Boston, 7-5. That was also awesome. So, really exciting things in Baltimore. Jackson Holliday got called up, obviously. I don't know how I didn't talk about that earlier. That's very exciting. He had a rough first game, but, he's 20 years old. He's not going to start off, doing his thing. But, he made that double play with Gunnar. And there was that iffy little fly ball bloop in the shallow right field, which I think Cedric could have caught him all for Santander. I don't know why he was trying to go for the basket catch over the head, but, he's young. And I trust Mike Elias, and I trust Brandon Hyde. And we're trying to get these young guys up. So I'm hoping the next step is getting some extensions for our guys that are already up here. Because I want to see Gunnar Henderson and Adley Rutschman in black and orange for the rest of their careers. So, really exciting things happening in Baltimore right now. We had that rough 2-game stretch against Pittsburgh. Getting walked off back-to-back times never really feels good. But we're back on track. Obviously, it's still early. I'm overreacting to everything, but I'm an Orioles fan, and I'm David Walker, whatever. I overreact to everything. So, I'm talking a lot, talking really fast, but go O's. Taking on the Brewers tomorrow, taking on the Red Sox tonight. So hopefully Grayson has a fantastic start, and we can take a sweep in Boston. But yeah, go O's. I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace out.